Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And no Carter today, but never fear. We have in our presence one of my all-time favorite comedians and the grand poobah of Burn This Records. It's our friend,
Brandie Posey.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Oh, hell
Always
yeah.
a pleasure.
We love having Brandie on the show, and our friend Anna's got a new album coming out on Burn This Records.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
it's a good chance to kind of cross-promote that and
A little bit of synergy, baby.
yeah, absolutely. Well, right up top, I don't know if you know this, Brandie. I am a member of several town Facebook groups for cities I've never lived in.
I did not know this.
you know-
but I like that, and I like that for you.
So some places are just epicenters of drama, and you would have no idea.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's all there is to do in some towns. They don't even have a movie theater.
Oh,
So
yeah.
all they have to do is argue with each
Oh
other.
yeah, just be like, that woman at Wendy's is a bitch. And you're like, okay, man.
I'm in my local Facebook group for my part of LA, and it acts like a small town because it thinks it's a small town. Do these also argue about bike lanes all the time? Is that a major topic?
Bike lanes. Yeah,
great.
some of them do, especially. What was there was one that was specifically like going off about bike lanes. It might have been it was Mobile, I think, for Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah.
But I saw this about a week ago, and I was like, well, it was Kismet. I was like, I knew Brandie's coming on, so I had to share this. This is from what's really happening in Athens, Alabama.
Athens, Alabama. You zigged me and then you zagged me.
Right. Well,
Okay.
I think at one point the Facebook group was like, what's happening in Athens, Alabama? And then somebody got mad and they split off. And then they were like, no, what's really happening?
A Facebook group that is directed at another Facebook group.
Yes.
is peak Facebook.
You
got to choose a side.
Yeah. There's two of them in Auburn, actually. I think that one's what's really happening as well, because the other one's like, they're taking away my First Amendment rights.
Okay.
So they had to start a new one. So now I have to post, anytime I do comedy in my hometown, I have to post it in two fucking Facebook groups, the woke one and the unwoke one, I guess. But this is a post from, as I said, about a week ago.
Okay.
Susan P. says, I already know there's disagreement on this topic, but I just wish people that put the oversized skeletons and goblins in their yard would think of the children. Think of the children that are going by their houses seeing such things. These are scary things.
Yeah. I agree.
There are enough scary things on TV and the internet. Do we have to put it in our neighborhood also? And then here's the best part, because this says everything. Actually, I don't even like looking at all. And I'm like, this is about you.
She's
ma'am.
scared. She's scared of a plastic skeleton.
Yeah,
scared of the big skeleton.
The spooky skeleton has gotten to her. That's what the issue is.
The goblins will get you.
Yeah.
I like the
goblins hanging out on your neighbor's front lawn will get you.
I obviously know about the 12-foot skeleton from being friends with you, but where's the 12-foot goblin?
The 12-foot goblin is also a Home Depot.
Oh, it's a real thing?
Yes, it's
Damn
already
it.
it's already there. Actually, also Costco has a 12-foot goblin this year as well. It talks. I could run down who has the various spooks and scares.
We want that. Yes, that's that's why I wanted to share this up top.
And also, can I just say, I have a toddler that lives in my neighborhood, and his dad takes him on a walk every day specifically to come see my skeleton.
Yeah.
Because that kid loves children. Are not afraid of skeletons.
Yeah,
they're not. These kids are tougher, Susan, than you will ever
be. Yeah,
they love them. I got a tiny skeleton owl last year that I put at my skeleton's feet for Halloween, and the kid was like, "The skeleton owl is my favorite part." And I was like, "Well, you can name him. He doesn't have a name yet." And then this was very funny. He thought long and hard and goes, "The skeleton owl's name is Owly Skeleton."
All right,
that's a good name.
His dad was like, yeah, he's 2. Don't forget he's 2.
Yeah.
So now Owly Skeleton has... He loves it. These kids love it. This woman is
of course.
weak. A weak woman.
It's a fun thing in a neighborhood where probably every house looks similar.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that, there's a little bit more to this, but just if I'm going to go to bat for the good people of Athens, Alabama, shout out to Maggie, one of my old friends, listens to the show. they were making fun of this person mercilessly.
Absolutely. As they should.
They all ride very hard for Halloween decorations. This is the last little bit of her post. She says,
Well, it started with, I already know there's disagreements.
Yeah.
She knew this was going to start a war.
I just like that she saw the whole town as spookified, and she's like, well, they're going to hate this.
Yeah, exactly.
She says, I know it might be fun for the teenagers, but it's just not worth it for these little ones to be scared.
She thinks they're for bad teens.
Yeah.
I was like, you know who cares less about Halloween? Fucking teenagers.
Yeah, they aged out of candy and they're too young to go do anything else fun.
Halloween is from, 13 and back, and then, college and older.
Yeah.
That middle distance, I mean, unless someone's having a Halloween party with some jungle juice or something, nobody gives a
we
shit.
wander in black every night as a teenager. It's your duty to stride the land.
She says, the whole point of Halloween is having fun and being out in your community. I was like,
True.
You're right.
Looking at giant skeletons.
That's the fun.
There's nothing wrong with this. Oh my God.
She says, I am not upset with the people that do this.
Bullshit.
It's like, sounds like you are.
Sounds like you are.
I just think that they don't have little kids or grandkids, and they're not thinking about the fear factor.
Oh my God.
My grandchildren who aren't allowed to see me might be scared.
I know, for real. I'm like, if your grandkids are scared of this, your grandkids are fucking lame. They need to grow up. There are scarier things in the world. So the best way to get over that is by looking at a 12-foot skeleton. If you can't confront that fear,
Right.
Yeah.
What hope is there?
then I don't know what to tell you.
This is the last line. I just wanted to share this idea because it's September and I've already seen a lot of them around. It's like, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Spooky town. But I did pull a couple of these fun comments just to see what you think. So Phil says, look, I love kids. I have 2 grandchildren, but Halloween is my favorite holiday. And if I could afford to buy all of the big, huge yard decorations, I'd fill my yard full of them. Sorry, but fuck them kids. That ain't my problem.
I love you, Phil.
Ain't my problem if they scared. Maybe mommy and daddy shouldn't be raising chicken shit kids. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Phil. Yeah. Yeah.
These kids are too woke these days.
Yeah.
You wrote everything but that.
Yeah.
Basically, your woke grandkids, get them out of my neighborhood.
Alan says, goblins? Skeletons? This lady needs a grip on reality. I'm 26, and I remember me and my friends being in like 6th grade and watching videos of Saddam Hussein being hung.
Fucking woke kids.
Yeah, there's a woke kid for you right there.
He says, and I can't even forget the videos of the cartel beheading people. It's the age of the internet. This lady thinks kids today are scared of Halloween decorations. She's so far removed from reality.
That's the truest comment that I've seen on Facebook.
But also, I was like, do we need to look at this guy?
Well, yeah, because he's a 26-year-old on Facebook. We absolutely do need to look at him.
That's true.
Reminiscent on his teenage days.
Yeah.
Watching gore videos.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, yeah, I remember those too, buddy.
Oh, you think your little children are scared? I watched a man get his head cut off with a chainsaw. I watched that.
You want to see a link?
And you think there's skeletons that are going to scare you? No, it's the chainsaw videos.
I saved all the links.
yeah, exactly.
Got them in a Google Drive.
Don't worry, I've got a lot of screenshots of rotten.com.
Gaddafi knife rape video. They got that motherfucker good.
Yeah, and then I turned 13.
Yeah.
I was born in darkness.
And the last one here, Nathan says, hey, look, I just witnessed a guy punching himself in the face repeatedly and trying to twist his own neck to break it in front of a sporting goods store. My 12-year-old was with me and witnessed it too. Large skeletons are the least of my concern these days.
Yeah, for freaking real.
Damn,
I was like, I love that this town is actually a spooky town. You know?
Well, they got tweakers.
That's
They
what I
clearly
mean.
got tweakers.
Yeah.
They got tweakers. The kids are all doing like gun safety drills and shit in schools. They're like,
yeah.
sure, a giant skeleton, great. The whimsy of a giant skeleton would welcome that in my life on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Instead of the horror of reality.
Man, I saw as far as large Halloween figurine technology. I did see that they have like is it like 6 or 7 foot tall werewolf?
Well, so Home Depot has had a 10-foot tall werewolf for the last few years, but Costco this year has an 8-foot tall werewolf that makes noise. The other one doesn't. Costco this year actually came out and did a lot of places dirty. Costco has an exact replica of a skeleton coming out of the ground that's called a groundbreaker that Party City debuted last year.
Whoa.
Costco did the exact same thing this year, priced it a little bit lower.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they got the rip-off skeleton. They got a rip-off werewolf. And I'm pro Costco. They also have a ripoff ghoul, tall ghoul.
You get 2 digits of feet or nothing.
Yeah.
8 feet isn't enough.
No.
It makes Shaq look like a baby.
Yeah.
100%. It's crazy because all the stores now have their answer to the 12-foot skeleton because everyone's trying to get to it.
Yeah.
But nobody. It's funny because a lot of the other ones have not done a 12-foot, but there is not another 12-foot out there.
Right.
There's a lot of other 10 feet.
Yeah.
Like Joanne's has a 10-foot. Michael's has a 10-foot. Joanne's talks. I haven't been able to find one in person, but the quotes that it says on the Joanne's website are actually really crazy. That'd be worth looking up, actually.
Oh, let's do it real quick.
Yeah, but they have one. Lowe's has one. Lowe's actually has like a band of skeletons, which is pretty fun.
Was a guy around the corner that had some motion activated one, and me and my girlfriend were walking by one day, and it went off, and she jumped so hard because it was out of nowhere. And then there was a guy who we didn't even notice there in the yard, and he just started laughing real hard. And I was like, this guy is just sitting there waiting for people to walk by and get scared and laugh at him. What a jerk.
Amazing.
Okay, so I found...
Yeah, read some of these quotes are pretty wild.
It's supposed to jump out and say... Please come in and stay a while. Watch out for my spider collection. I let them out for a little exercise. If you wouldn't mind, please help me get them back into their box.
Got some insect infestation.
This is amazing.
I want to punch this skeleton up. Like I want to
There's enough spooky-oriented comics that would probably do it for really cheap. You know?
Yeah.
Help me get my spiders back.
That's too long. It's supposed to just go like, ah!
I know. Also, like spiders and skeletons, like you're crossing genres. I don't know. We haven't established the skeleton world.
I like a classic horror movie where they show a skull and then a spider crawls out of the skull's eyes or something, you know.
And then it says a paragraph.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Actually, I forgot we have a welcome to my stylish haunted home. I can't take all the credit for its trendy appeal. The maniacal banshee in the closet deserves some praise.
Okay, that was written by a Joanne Fabrics executive.
That's 100%.
These are...
They did not even hire a copywriter for this. They're just spitballing ideas.
Yeah.
And it speaks 3 languages. So I'll say this shit to you all for I'll say as well.
Absolutely.
I do enjoy a good game of hide and seek, but it's been devilishly difficult to find somewhere large enough to hide. Do you mind throwing a blanket over me?
It?
Oh, it's the FXRTN.
Okay.
Right now.
There it is.
Here, wait. Yeah. Read one, Sam.
Happy Halloween. As you can hear, we started the party without you, but don't worry, we're taking this thing into November.
Like,
I'm a wine mommy. Where's my mommy juice?
Holy shit.
We are going to party till 12 a.m. tonight, guys.
Don't worry. November 1st, we shut it down.
And if it's one of those things that's a motion activated like thing, it's going to be saying that for a month.
Yes.
It's going to be mentioning November for a goddamn month.
For too long. It's really crazy to me. Because when I found this, I was like, these quotes none of them are good. These are not what you would want your skeleton to say.
Wait. Yeah. This last one is the best. Mm-hmm. And I don't even need the reverb on this.
Yeah, this one makes no sense.
Uh-oh, we woke up Grandpa again. Somebody better get him some candy. That's not even
all right.
Halloween.
Like the skeleton's grandfather?
Yeah.
Like what? Just another skeleton? How old is the skeleton? Is it a child skeleton? So many questions.
The skeleton who just like comments that they like the drapes and whatever the fuck the skeleton's doing. I have a great recipe for a drink you gotta try.
Yeah. This actually is a curse if you put this on somebody's yard and they just won't stop talking.
Totally.
The whole time.
I would want to get this and put it in Susan's yard and be like, you can't be scared of this thing.
Yeah.
This is from Joanne Fabrics. Ma'am, if it's from Joanne's.
Yeah. It can't be that scary.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's amazing. Shit. Well, as always, we
But
have
again, only 8 feet.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
good
Only
enough.
8
If you
feet.
get a 12-footer now and have it saying, soliloquies from Shakespeare, that would be.
If you had 4 extra feet, imagine how many more phrases you could add into that thing.
100%. Uh-oh, Grandma fell down the stairs into her sugar-free candy. She had diabetes.
Help Grandma out of the root cellar.
Yeah. I found an interesting recipe on Facebook Shorts. It's a
Oh,
guy.
God, they have shorts now on Facebook.
Whatever it's called.
man.
Reels or something?
Reels?
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Instagram.
Reels.
Oh, it's both, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Facebook's got them.
Yeah.
The metaverse.
I
They
don't
just-
go on there anymore.
They just keep feeding me that guy that has the bandolier of hot sauce on
Oh,
his.
yeah.
He's like the Scarlett Johansson, the Black Widow, but he's got it's hot sauces,
Oh, that's...
and he's just very deadpan, just being like, "This recipe is gonna clean out the crock pot itself. Everyone will lick it," or something.
respect.
yeah.
That's what the skeleton should say.
It should be. I think his name is Pepper Belly Pete, if I'm not
Oh.
mistaken. Yeah, and he should just be there, like
Yeah.
my chicken dumplings will excite everyone in your home.
That sounds like a lawn ornament to me.
Well, I'm hoping y'all haven't actually tried this yet, but we do have a ungodly
Ooh.
concoction for you.
Ooh,
And
okay.
of course,
Very exciting.
this is the limited edition
Ooh.
Oreo Coke Zero.
I haven't had this yet. I've been requested to try this
Yeah.
on Lady to Lady, but
Oh,
we
perfect.
haven't been able to get a hold of one yet. We just haven't done it yet, but
Okay.
I'm very interested because they also have Oreos that are Coca-Cola flavored as well.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes,
We don't-
Rivers.
That's right.
Rivers. Don't do
Rivers.
this
That's
to
right.
me.
We also have an ungodly confection.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I doubted you.
What?
I'm sorry I did. This is perfect.
Yeah, that's
Never
right.
doubt him when it comes to junk food. Is this what you left last night to get?
No.
Okay, because I ran into Rivers in the hallway last night. I asked him what he was doing, and he was real sketchy about the details.
Well, if you want the truth,
Yeah, I do.
I was like, hey, what's up, bro? What you doing? And Sam was with Kristen. And Sam goes, we're going to Wendy's, and that is where I was going.
Oh.
And I said, I was going to do something along similar lines. Is what I said.
You wanted a solo date. I understand.
But also, he was wearing a shirt with no sleeves.
Yeah.
His hair was a mess.
Yeah.
He looked like a crazy man.
You've been editing.
It's probably better if I just said I woke up in the night to go get Oreos and Oreo soda.
They were killing it at Wendy's last night, huh?
I didn't go because I was like, well, it's
You were ashamed?
a little bit. I was like, I don't want to just, we already
man.
said hi. I don't want to have another hi in the drive-through.
We wouldn't have probably even noticed.
Probably could have just left 10 minutes later.
We could have just said, "Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
we'll see you."
Anyway, I went to the new Raising Cane's in North Hollywood instead. Huh?
Damn,
love
that's
a Raising
far.
Cane's.
That's a lot farther.
8 minutes at night,
Oh,
bro.
okay, that's
Fuck
true.
though.
Raising Cane's is good.
Hey, when
It's good.
What were you gonna get at Wendy's? Fried chicken?
I mean, I've been getting those saucy nugs.
oh, dude.
Are they good? Are the saucy nuggets
Yeah,
good?
yeah.
I haven't gotten any because
I-
usually I'm on the go.
I got them
with the
Chicken
once.
nuggets?
hands.
I got them once from DoorDash because they gave me like a huge deal off.
yeah.
If you order them, you're like, you get like $8 off if you get these shitty chicken nuggets. You only have to get like $4 worth.
It's just their chicken nuggets tossed in either barbecue sauce or buffalo.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, there's like 5 sauces. I was at Wendy's last night. There's a fucking long menu of sauces.
I'm very excited about this Oreo double combo. We were going to do this a few weeks ago in Lady to Lady when it first came out, but we didn't because also the Baja Blast gelato dropped. Have you done that yet?
I haven't. No.
It's good. We did a taste test of regular because Tess had never had any Baja Blast flavored things. Oh my god, these cookies are beautiful.
Oh, the smell.
One's chocolate and one's red.
Coke.
Or yeah, I mean one cookie's brown and one cookie's red.
They're giving off a Coca-Cola smell.
Let me smell.
How do you guys feel about Oreo flavored the flavored Oreos in general?
I don't really like them.
Yeah.
I haven't had a flavored Oreo that I really enjoyed.
We did the Warhead ones recently, and they were very bad.
Yeah, I had a. I don't think it was Warheads, but I had one with some sort of sour candy in it. It was terrible.
Yeah,
I think it was Sour Patch Kids.
Oh no, that's what we had. Yeah, they were bad.
They're horrible.
Yeah, they're really bad.
Yeah.
I have a bit about flavored Oreos, and I did that bit in Auburn, and then I came back 6 months later and was doing another show, and my friend Jennifer showed up with approximately like 6 packets of all of the flavored Oreos, but she didn't give it to me until after the show. I was like, shit, I would have done the bit. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I've always thought it would be fun to do they should do a sampler package. I know that they want to make you buy everyone individually.
Right.
but-
Cheers,
all right,
everybody.
cheers.
Oh, here we
Cheers.
go.
It's a little favorite
It
here.
smells weird. It smells like an Oreo
Smells
cookie,
like a
like
cookie.
down to like the point where it smells like bread a little bit, like the floury.
You know-
I haven't tasted it yet.
You know what this tastes like? This tastes like that Starlight Coca-Cola that we were kind of saying was like s'mores flavor.
No,
It's
it
kind of got
does.
that graham
But
cracker.
it doesn't taste as sweet. It's a little flatter on the.
We got the sugar free.
Well, I found out there is no.
it's only
it's
sugar-free.
only Coke Zero that's doing this, which is so strange that they have a tie-in with,
Yeah.
a bag of sugar.
Is that now? I'm curious about the Oreos. Is this an aspartame?
No,
situation?
as far as
this
I
is-
think it's just like a regular Oreo. It's just got a
I would imagine, right?
Coca-Cola situation going on in the flavor, but
I just got to double check. Nope, good, plenty of sugar. Great, perfect.
oh hell
I
yeah!
just wanted to make sure. I was like, wait, that would
Gonna
be.
say, we need the full.
Yeah.
It does taste kind of just like one of those shitty Coke vanilla style things. And I never loved the Coke vanilla flavor. And they did try to add in a little chocolatey taste in the drink, but it doesn't
Yeah.
come through that well.
So I'm doing just the red cookie first, just to see if there's.
Oh,
any
you're
different.
splitting them?
Well, I want to check the individual parts to see if there's anything that is really.
The Oreo's good.
I was gonna say I like the Oreo. Yeah, it's kind of got a spice to it a little bit.
Tastes like cinnamon.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah,
Like some
It's
cloves.
It's in the Jesus, I want to call it the sauce. It's in the
stuff,
icing.
the
It's in the
cream.
icing is where the cinnamon comes through it. It's good.
All right,
The Oreo's good.
Oreo's good. The soda's I.
And keep in mind, I would not buy a package of either of these things. I would not want to eat a whole fucking box of these cookies.
I'm gonna do a little dunk.
Oh,
Whoa.
there we go.
If you're
Wanna
watching on
see-
Patreon,
That's
you're
the real
watching
test.
See any dunk
poison
here?
about to enter her body.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, at least I have my Baja Blast sugar free to wash it down.
I don't know why acting like adding them together is worse than eating them separately, like I'm doing.
I don't know. I'm giving the soda. It's like a 2.
Soda doesn't do anything. The cookie is by far superior.
The cookie's great. Yeah, I kind of like the cookie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I'll say about almost all the flavored Oreos is that they all have this quality of they're so weird that I just have to keep eating them.
Yeah. I love a classic Oreo is hard to beat. This of the Oreo flavors, I'd put this on a top tier.
Yeah.
alternate though.
I think so too.
I missed it. Did you say the red cookie tastes different than the brown one?
Not really. I was surprised the Coca-Cola flavors coming through in the icing.
and the stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you could definitely see that.
The red cookie is kind of just
Just like a chocolate Oreo cookie, but red.
I'd imagine like a what's the red cake called? That's actually a chocolate cake.
Oh,
Red velvet.
Red velvet. Yeah, I think it's like a red velvet top. It's not bad though. I like that I like that Oreo has also just been like all Oreos are double stuff now, right?
I think so.
We have
yeah.
a society have moved on. We're just if I got single stuff Oreos, they'd be like 9/11 happened, everybody.
Right.
Can we fucking have double stuffed Oreos forever? That's the Oreo we have now.
It's the one thing immune from shrinkflation.
Yeah, exactly.
Oreo stuffing.
Let us have this. I'm gonna dip another
I
one.
don't know.
in here.
This box is much smaller than a normal
It does feel
Oreo
That's true.
box.
Yeah.
And again, the Coke Zero logo is on the package,
Yeah.
not the Coca-Cola logo. The Coke Zero logo.
That makes me wonder
Whoa.
about the different factions within the Coca-Cola oeuvre.
I think they're trying to make a big switch over to 0-calorie sodas.
Yeah.
Because they probably are starting to sell better.
Yeah.
I think so.
But
Hey,
hey, if you go to fucking Hood, like everywhere around here, you know when you're in the Hood when they don't have any diet soda anywhere.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They maybe have Diet Coke and they don't have anything else.
That's true.
They hate diet sodas here in poor neighborhoods.
I want to see if you guys can help me with a theory that me and Rick have a little bit, where the fountain sodas at most places, they're not as bubbly as they used to be. Have you guys
Really?
been noticing this?
I don't. Or I mean, I don't get fountain sodas that often. I usually get them from the movies or from a fast food place.
Yeah.
but I really haven't noticed.
Okay.
I think it depends on where you go because they have control over how much air goes into it and how much syrup goes into it.
Well, because we like a real like. We'll get like 2 vanilla cones and then like a Diet Coke sweet treat. That's like a little like date night thing.
Yeah.
And McDonald's, which has always been pretty standard, like this is what the fucking soda mix is, top tier.
Yeah.
For the last maybe 6 to 9 months, just been real syrupy. Every McDonald's. Real bad. Something's changed. So to the listeners out there too, if you've noticed, my theory is that like all the CO2 has been bought by like all the bubbly waters.
Yeah,
I haven't noticed, but also I'm going to hit you with the most pretentious thing ever.
Okay.
I love fast food. I do not eat McDonald's. Hardly ever.
That's fair.
It's not, to me, it's not that good.
No, the food's not good. The only thing I like their vanilla cone the best of any of the vanilla cone places. Because it's like consistent. I know that's what it is everywhere. But honestly, it's just like a soda and a vanilla cone is like the only thing we do there. Yeah.
It just sounds horrible for me to be like, yeah, I eat processed sodium-filled bullshit, but not from McDonald's.
No. I mean, yeah,
It's expensive, too, for their not good food.
Oh, it's a bad place. It's a really bad place. But, yeah.
They pay their employees $20 an hour here. Pretty cool.
An ice cream cone is like $30 at most places, though, otherwise. So it's just like, well.
It's free if you sneak into the Magic Castle Hotel.
How do you sneak? Oh, they're the hotel, not the Magic Castle.
Just walk right in. They got free sodas. They got a free ice cream machine.
That's a hot tip.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here
folks.
first, everybody.
Trespass and steal.
That's a real hot tip.
Yeah.
The soda's not getting better the more you drink it.
No, it's actually worse. Every sip you take, you're like, I hate this even more than I thought I did.
I ended up just taking it down. Yeah,
that's not a bad idea. Just to get rid of it.
I don't like chocolate sodas. I know some people do.
I like it if they go hard, but it's my criticism of all of Coca-Cola shit is like, dude, go for it or don't.
It does. It tastes like the shitty Sunset League of Legends type spiced Coke, whatever they're calling it.
And like, I know that Oreo is a chocolate cookie, but I don't think of the Oreo as chocolate.
No,
I know what you mean.
Oreo is like its own flavor.
Yeah, totally.
So to go for chocolate feels that's wrong.
Yeah,
this is more of like a chocolate chip cookie flavored soda.
Yeah,
when you eat an Oreo, you more taste the cream than anything else.
Yeah, that's really where you're getting the shit at.
Yeah,
the thing that I really loved that Coca-Cola Classic did. Do you remember the Coca-Cola coffees that were out for like a hot minute?
Yeah, during COVID.
What happened to them? They were so good.
Really? Yeah, I tried one once and I was like, icky.
Yeah,
icky. I loved them.
It was like I'd have one in a pinch, I suppose, if I needed Coca-Cola or coffee. But
frankly, I wish they had done a zero version because I would have happily drank that every morning.
Oh yeah,
loved it.
Yeah, they
loved that.
That was like them bringing back. They had one in like I'd say like 2004, 2005 called Coke Black. That was like black coffee and Coca-Cola, and it existed for one summer, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of shocked they brought it back in the first place.
I feel like a lot of Coke and coffee drinkers are going to go one way or the other,
totally,
and not cross. There's not a huge Venn diagram section.
It's like when it's like merging WWE and UFC. It's like they're both drinks, but
Oh, I loved it, and I want both worlds to think I'm a scumbag.
Yeah. I was looking up, by the way, because, I like to look into the founders of things, and the Oreos, their origin is another cookie called Hydrox.
I thought that was the ripoff of Oreo.
Other way around, friends.
Wow.
Yeah. So Hydrox was there first, and it was invented by two guys called the Loose Brothers, Loose. And at some point,
that sounds like a bad porno site.
I know, right? Yeah, the Loose Brothers.
Hydrox cookies brought to you by the Loose Brothers. That is.
But they started Hydrox, and then one of the Loose brothers, took some time away from the family business and started Oreo as a competitor.
Oh, so it's like a Pats and Geno's thing.
Yeah.
Did the brothers speak? Or was it a feud?
I didn't get the impression it was a feud, but eventually the companies got merged into the National Biscuit Corporation, Nabisco, and Hydrox, because this is like late 1800s. As soon as commercial cleaning products all came on the market, everyone's like, oh, Hydrox sounds too much like what you would clean your toilet with. So it sort of fell out of favor, and then Oreo raised their price point in the 60s to make them seem like a more premium product, and they completely fucked over Hydrox, which I think still exists.
They do, because when I was a kid, you could go to places that maybe even Dairy Queen for a short time had Hydrox cookies instead of Oreos, like to get in a Blizzard or a mixed-in ice cream thing.
Wow!
And I would go there and be like, "What the fuck is Hydrox?" And then I'd see it at the fucking stores sometimes too, like grocery stores.
Yeah,
and would think like, your parents hate you if they buy you this brand.
Yeah. And then as far as Coca-Cola goes, we've spoken about the cocaine content of Coca-Cola, but what I did not know is that John Pemberton, who founded Coca-Cola, had a severe morphine addiction and invented a cocaine drink to help with his morphine addiction.
So you could stay awake during the day to be higher on morphine.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, I'm the inventor of the speedball.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Respect, frankly. I mean, and a lot of
he popularized soda shops.
That's so
I
crazy.
never used to think about it when I was a kid. It was like, why were soda shops so popular? Because they were all doing coke.
And they were getting drunk too. There was high alcohol content and a lot of that stuff too.
Have you guys been to the Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta?
Of course.
No,
Yeah.
never have.
Whenever you can.
We gotta go.
Gotta go. It's the most perfect example of American propaganda at its best.
Yeah.
It's a real lesson in like what lies, how lies can be woven at you. It's really great.
Yeah.
But the end, they have a room with all the sodas of the world under the Coca-Cola brand all over the place, and you can try all the different ones because we only get a very small amount here.
Yeah.
I found the French sodas to be the best. And there is one
Ooh,
Italian.
fancy.
I tried everything. I was like, at the end of the day, but it was amazing.
Ooh, French.
Ooh la la. But there's one Italian soda called the Beverly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Beverly is so nasty. I watched several kids try it and then start crying.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I was one of
we
those
gotta
kids.
Get that. We gotta get this shit.
I went there when I was a child. And I was one of those kids, I think. Yeah.
Like I would just like sip my French sodas, and me and my friend Lewis were just like, let's just stand by the Beverly machine and watch kids try it.
Yeah.
What's it taste like?
Cough syrup.
Shit. Like
Nasty.
it's like bitter. That was that's the main thing I remember. It was
it's
like
bitter.
It was like sucking on a battery or something. You're just like, ah.
Yeah, I remember being like, "Oh, why? Why would you do this? Italy has so many delicious things."
I know.
What's happening here?
My little conspiracy about Beverly is that it doesn't really exist in Italy anymore. They just have it in that one fucking machine in Atlanta.
Mussolini gave it to his enemies.
Yeah. It was that, and that was what they washed down the castor oil with.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a motherfucking grapefruit rind in this shit.
Yeah, that tracks. It tracks.
It's very bitter.
Bitter citrus. Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah. We'll get a can of that. I'll import one somehow.
Yeah, get some Beverly. I'll come over and just watch you guys try it. It'll feel like I'm in
We'll
Atlanta.
cry. I'll cry for you. No problem.
Yeah.
I like to cry, actually.
we can't tell Carter what's up. We just have to.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll be like, we heard we got this really good thing.
from Italy. It's imported. Yeah.
And he'll fall for it.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a chump. Hey, you're up. He works at a wine bar. He'll fall for it instantly. Don't tell him, listeners.
Yeah, manja, get it.
Shit. Yeah, so I'm giving that guy like that's a 2 at the most.
Yeah.
I don't hate
At
it.
the
hate
most, I think it's even. That's like a 1.5. It's not. I don't hate it, but it's not good.
We're going at a 10 or out of 5?
it. Out of 5.
Out of 5? Yeah, I'd say 1.5.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I'm sad to report I was so happy I got 2 of them. I was like, well, I'm probably going to want one after the pod, and now I'm just going to have...
Yeah.
Damn.
Usually,
It's just
even
gonna be
when
sitting
it's
there.
bad, I'll drink the whole thing, and I don't know if I'm going to drink the whole thing of this.
Yeah.
Rivers,
No,
you
I'm
can
gonna
chug
sip.
mine if you want.
Okay.
I did just get over COVID.
Oh, good.
After
Means
you
you got-
touch your lips.
You got
to
all
it.
the antibodies then. That's the one you want.
It wasn't until I got to that grocery store that I realized this, that I think as marijuana becomes more and more legal across the country, snack foods are just turning into a dare. Like, what do you think about this? You know, and Oreos is the weirdest one because this was like, this is Halloween, and their Halloween selection for Oreos was candy corn, weird, kettle corn, weirder, and then they had a Swedish fish. Yeah, like those little fucking red gummies, they turned the cream into the gummies somehow. And I was looking at that, I was like, it seems as if Mr. Oreo has died.
and his son Ken just rolled up full of ideas, you know? Just walked in Joker face paint like, my father thought small thoughts, black and white, chocolate and cream, bullshit, Ken! Oh, Ken is changing things around here. I want to replicate all the worst houses on the block at Halloween. Candy corn, kettle corn, Swedish fish, suck Ken's dick, and then just exploded into bats.
I'm gonna have one more of these cookies, and then I want to talk about that guy who tried to shoot Trump.
Oh my god! Yeah,
You did a bad job.
wash the soda down with a cookie. You know, that's when you know.
Yeah, you got to do it backwards. It's the European way.
Yeah, exactly. Where were you when you guys found out that another assassination attempt kind of happened?
I don't even remember. Was this yesterday or the day before?
It's 2 days ago, I think.
So it was on Sunday.
It's on Sunday.
I think I was probably just at my girlfriend's house and opened up my phone and saw people talking about. Well, first people were like, "There's a shooting that happened outside the golf course that was unrelated."
Yeah.
And then that got upgraded to assassination attempt.
Yeah. I was working. I had a family from Iceland, and literally as soon as they got in the car, they were just like, "Did you see the Jabat?" I was like, "Yeah, you fucking foreigners are coming here eating our dogs and our cats and our fucking ducks and shit." Gotta laugh off the Icelanders off that joke. So cool. And then we did the whole tour. And then I looked at my phone and I was just like, "What? What the fuck?" Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Where were you?
Yeah.
I was down on Olvera Street handing out supplies to the homeless encampments down there.
Oh,
I
okay.
hadn't looked at my phone in a minute, and then afterwards I was like, "Huh." So that's what's been happening for the last couple hours.
Yeah.
Weird.
The Democrats are up to their old trick.
Well, because with the first one, I remember I caught that quick on Twitter, and I was just like, it felt like Ocean Gate. I was like, oh, I'm riding this wave. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what happens with all this.
By the way, quick aside.
Yeah.
Did you see they found the picture of the Ocean Gate sub, and I'm like, ironically, how many people are going to die trying to see the Ocean Gate sub? I'm actually more interested in that than Titanic.
100%. I want to see that Xbox controller on the bottom of the sea.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first guy, obviously they took him out, and he didn't have hardly any online profile. They just saw that he was he voted Republican once. Yeah. And other than that, aside from having a very long chin, that was about the only notable thing about him. This dude lived a life, y'all.
Yes. I saw, and I haven't had a chance to go read them, but I did see somebody that put together all of his tweets in like one big thing that you could zoom in on. And the quick zooms I was doing, I was like, oh,
yes.
This is one of those Twitter accounts.
Yes. Amazing Twitter accounts where he's like, replying to like famous bands and stuff and being like, please help. Shit like that.
Please help him or
Ukraine. That's his big thing. So the guy's name, Ryan Ruth or Routh. Did we get a confirmation on that? I think it's Ruth, perhaps.
I'm surprised we didn't get a middle name on him, because usually they do that to separate it from any other. Right. Wesley is his middle name. Yeah. It's fine. You can leave that off. We don't need another Ryan
Wesley.
Ruth is,
So I've got a couple of stories I found from NPR and one from the New York Times about this dude that are fucking fascinating, because it's a unique thing about, I think, American political assassins for the most part, is that when they killed Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Yeah. That assassin had a fucking belief system.
Yes.
A very specific one, and had a very specific reason for doing that.
Yes.
Almost all of ours
I know.
are just into whatever.
No, it's just a crazy guy with a gun most of the time.
Yeah.
Jodie Foster is the most coherent.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This guy.
Well, we're like a one issue voter type country.
Yeah.
So you just have to have a reason.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. It appears that this guy's reason was that, if Trump gets back into office, he'll have some sort of negotiation with Vladimir Putin to,
he is saying that.
Oh, yeah. It's true. He is saying it. This is from NPR. The man arrested in connection with what the FBI is calling an apparent attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump has a lengthy criminal record and a recent fixation on global politics, particularly Russia's war in Ukraine.
Oh, man.
The suspect, whom officials identified as Ryan Wesley Ruth, was taken into custody on Sunday. Yeah, so he, basically hops over the wall. Apparently, the Secret Service just saw the gun muzzle like coming out of the bushes, and that's how he got caught. And I'm like, that is the most fucking cartoonish, ridiculous way to get caught.
So he did get some shots off.
No, he didn't shoot anything.
Oh, because I thought they heard shots.
No, they shot at him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically, like the Secret Service is one golf hole ahead of Donald Trump, and they're like looking, scanning, and they just see like a little. A little rifle coming out of the bushes. They're like, hey, that might be something.
Yeah.
And so they started shooting at him, and then he escaped in his Nissan SUV.
Wow.
And then somebody saw him coming over the wall and called the cops. Were like, there's a guy.
There's gunfire, and there's a guy jumping over a wall, and it doesn't seem good.
I'm shocked they didn't get him. He seems like a big gangly target.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a real
Well, it
mess.
just goes to show you what kind of aiming you have to be able to do to get a job like this.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times did they try to shoot the guy on the roof? They shot him like a million times.
Right.
They hit him
Yeah.
a couple.
Well, and he wasn't moving either.
Yeah.
Yeah. The part I wanted to get to is so Ruth spent most of his adulthood in North Carolina before moving to Hawaii in recent years. His LinkedIn page says he pursued a mechanical engineering degree at North Carolina A&T University from 1995 to 1998, but the university told NPR that Ruth only attended for 2 semesters 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've all pursued things.
So he was hailed as a quote-unquote super citizen, if not a superhero, by the Greensboro News and Record in 1991 after he fought a suspected rapist and assisted in his arrest, which earned him an Academy Award-shaped law enforcement Oscar from the Greensboro chapter of the International Union of Police Association.
Oh, wow.
They give those out?
I just love that the cops are like they're like, we're not making our own trophies. Let's just get like a plastic piece of shit from Hollywood Boulevard and
Yeah, we can go on Temu and get a custom one right now.
That's like the award ceremony. Who did he lose? Like who lost to him?
Yeah,
So
that's
I'd be
right.
like, can we get a recount, please? Because actually, I think this negates.
Somebody's be like, God damn it.
Yeah,
Every fucking year, it's never me.
the Susan Lucci of Greensboro heroes.
Yeah. They show that he has a long history of getting in trouble with the law himself, including a 2002 conviction felony charge of possessing a weapon of mass destruction, which sounds so much cooler than what it was, which is just he had a machine gun that was fully automatic.
Cool, not a nuke. Okay, great.
I was like, yeah.
I thought that was,
Yeah, we
you would
saved
think
that.
you saved that determination for fucking explosions.
Yeah. But apparently, if it's fully automatic, it becomes. And this is 2002, so I assume they probably
They're throwing around fast and loose.
post 9/11 kind of stuff. But
Yeah. They're trying to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Keep
thought it
in
was
that
amazing
zeitgeist.
that North Carolina charged a guy with anything gun related. Like,
Yeah. That's wild.
yeah. In December 2002 story in the Greensboro News and Record recounts an incident in which Ruth was pulled over during a traffic stop, and he put his hand on a firearm and drove to his roofing business where he barricaded himself inside for 3 hours. The weapon of mass destruction charge pertained to a fully automatic machine gun.
Yeah.
So he had a standoff
Jesus.
in that. and
you can have a standoff with the police and just kind of nothing happens afterwards.
right, he's just out.
And I mean, that's the American justice system, for better or for worse. But you would think, like, for the amount of time they give people for jack shit,
yeah.
you think that a guy like this, who seems the government has identified as dangerous,
Right.
doesn't get the freedom of movement maybe some of these other guys get.
Yeah. Or maybe that guy doesn't get to buy guns anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't be crazy.
Yeah.
No,
Don't be
that's not real.
crazy.
That's pretty wild. So he was charged with several other misdemeanors and felonies between 2001 and 2010, including a hit and run, carrying a concealed weapon, and possessing stolen property.
Oh, great.
He wrote on his LinkedIn page that he had, quote, passed along any meager remnants of myself in North Carolina and relocated to Oahu in 2018.
I'm sure they loved him there. I'm sure that went over well. God.
So he describes himself as the owner of Camp Box Honolulu, a company that builds portable storage units and tiny homes. So, you know those stories they show on local news where it appears to be altruism, but actually just reveals, horrifying, deeper problems in our society. He's a guy who builds those things. We're like, look, they're building little tiny homes for the homeless people on the street.
It's this guy.
Yeah, it's this guy. Which is like, cool. That's a solution that's better than no solution, but also these,
Why isn't the government doing that?
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't you build them a fucking house instead of a thing with like, it's got like aluminum siding and shit and a little window unit. It's on the street.
It's better than a fucking tent.
That's true.
People try to like, and I'm not trying to come down on you, but people insult the small houses community here. And it's like, would you rather have those like 100 people on the fucking street?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. And not even just for their sake, for the sake of just like, yo, now there's 100 less people that you can walk down the fucking sidewalk.
Yeah.
Because their shit's not there.
Totally.
And now they have an AC.
Right. So he voted for Trump in 2016. And
he was not going to vote for Hillary.
No.
This dude was for sure. No.
But then
he got bill problems.
Yeah. But then he came back and he was admitted the error of his ways. He was like, "Oh, I contributed to this problem, but I'm willing to own up to it." I'm switching over to the New York Times article because this shit is fucking great. This is Patricia Mazzell, Thomas Gibbon-Neff, Eduardo Medina, and Glenn Thrush writing for the New York Times. So he wrote a book.
Of course he did.
And this is...
Who published it?
Just Amazon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's where all the manifestos are going to be from now on out. Is just he published it on Amazon.
Glad Bezos is getting a cut of all the manifestos.
I know, right? The self-aggrandizing book titled Ukraine's Unwinnable War, along with social media posts and other public statements from the suspect, reflected his intense desire to fight for Ukraine. So in this book, his suggestion for how to win the war, to beat Russia, is to get thousands of Afghans into Ukraine to fight against Russia.
Yeah, let's get some brown people in here to...
Right. And I think he in his head, he's like, well, they fought him in 1989, so why wouldn't they want to go thousands of miles away and fight him again?
Yeah, of course.
They think that they have the mentality of Americans.
Right.
So where they're just like, you fucked with us, we're going to fuck with you.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like, no, they fucked with you because you invaded their country. They're not trying to leave their country to fight more Russians. They don't give a shit.
This is so weird, too, because like a lot of Americans went over to go fight.
Yeah, he tried.
Oh, he did try. Okay.
He tried and got rejected.
Damn, because I saw the people that went.
Yeah,
he got rejected.
Because he's old. He's like in his like late 50s. They're like, all right, man. Like,
They still should have just taken him.
I know, right?
I mean, come on. Just for our sake, just come
He
on.
obviously really wanted to. You know,
Yeah.
he was down to kill the president. He would have tried to do something good.
Yeah. You could have gotten a fake ID and been like, I'm going to Florida 30. What do you want?
yeah,
Pass out bottles of water or something. Reload clips for the other guys.
something. But yeah, so review of public records and Mr. Ruth's writing, as well as interviews and people who knew him, suggest that he saw himself as an active and influential participant in momentous world events.
Boy. Oh, yeah.
There's the American assassin for you right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Main character syndrome.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Walter Mitty ass over here.
He has been a serial crusader for causes large and small, dating back to at least 1996 when he campaigned against graffiti in Greensboro, North Carolina.
These damn kids.
Yeah, literally. He was like goddamn kids in their electric scooters. Wow. Just one of those guys. In July, he urged President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris on social media platform X to visit the victims of the assassination attempt against Mr. Trump in Butler, PA, writing that Trump will never do anything for them.
I mean, he's right.
Which is
He's pretty right.
He's right, but also it's so fucking wild that the previous assassin is commenting on this one or other way around.
Do you wonder, like, when he saw that one happen, he was like, well, I got finished.
Yeah, I definitely was like, oh, fuck, now I got to do it.
Yeah.
I really do think that was probably his thought.
Yeah, this kid is inscrutable. They'll be able to figure all kinds of shit about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you just realize how fucking lax the security is, too.
Yeah.
In other social media posts, he tagged world leaders and celebrities like Elton John and Elon Musk, often providing his phone number and email as if expecting a response. So he's literally like tweeting at Elton John being like, what if we made a song that could heal the world?
This is one of the YouTube comment guys.
Oh, yeah, very much so. In 1996, a Greensboro newspaper published a letter from Mr. Ruth decrying the ever-increasing amount of graffiti in the city as a constant reminder of the moral disintegration of our America.
These damn kids.
Well, and hold on, 1996, he's what, 50-something now?
Yeah, he's like in his late 50s,
So
I think.
he's mid-20s in 1996. So he wrote this letter about being anti-graffiti in his like mid-20s. Loser. Fucking loser forever. I mean, obviously, but just to put a time period on him.
He would have been in the real truth about what's going on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
He would have. Oh, God. He would have hated all these 12-foot skeletons. That's ridiculous.
He also supported his teenage son's effort to establish a skate park in Guilford County, North Carolina.
Poor kid. That poor fucking kid is like, man.
Graffiti and skateboarding go hand in hand, my friend. I mean, I don't mean to disparage the skateboarding community, but if you want to cut down on graffiti, get rid of those skateboarders. They're trouble, you know?
Yeah.
They're radical dudes.
God, imagine I assume ex-wife and son are probably just like, man, can we check? What are the new names? What are the new names?
Talking about his book, many of the 291 pages of Mr. Ruth's book are filled with graphically violent and bloody images of soldiers and civilians from a range of conflicts. In one convoluted passage, he apologized to Iran for Mr. Trump's dismantling of the Obama administration's nuclear deal and then wrote, "You are free to assassinate Trump."
Well, it's all right there.
Well, he gave him permission.
Right.
Boy.
And the funny part about that is so far the narrative in right-wing media has been like, see, he's trying to contact the Shah of Iran. I'm like, have you met people you know?
Yeah.
He's just that, but has other interests.
It's really funny whenever they start playing this like he was a leftist, he was like a right guy. And I'm like, no, this is a crazy person.
Yeah. Well, it's a crazy person, but also...
Yeah.
It's like if you just interview a random person on the streets.
Yeah.
He was also very pro-Taiwan as well.
Okay.
Like, that was one of the things. Like he got into foreign policy later in life. You know,
Yeah.
It started off as a thing against graffiti, and then he just got
Well, once your kid stops talking to you, you got to do something.
right. But he's almost, it's
Politics ruin people's brains. I say it all the time. There's certain people that shouldn't get into certain things.
Yeah, definitely.
And especially world politics.
Yeah.
There's even more directions to drive yourself crazy.
For sure. Is the book still on Amazon or that got pulled down too?
I
I'm
imagine it got pulled down, but I'm not positive. But even so, I'm sure it's out there.
I'd just be curious to see any reviews if there are any.
No one read this. No one read this until 2 days ago.
Yeah. The poor journalists, they're all like, oh, God, we got another manifesto.
Yeah.
At least the last shooter, we got nothing on him. Thanks for not making us do homework.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What happened to a good manifesto? What? Come on, let's get like a Dorner.
This guy
up in
tried.
here.
This guy fucking tried.
He was trying.
200 and how many pages?
I think 291. Yeah.
He tried.
Yeah. There's a lot of info in there.
He's a talker.
He's definitely a talker. There was one picture on NPR that somebody took of him in Ukraine where he is just putting up flags because they won't let him go fight. So he's just putting up flags for NATO around the streets in Kyiv. Yeah. But then he comes back to America and it was like, well, Ukraine wouldn't give him a gun and let him fight, but you could just have this gun.
Many guns you want. Go get as close to the president as you need to.
That's fine. No problem.
We don't know anything about how he got the gun yet.
The thing we know about the gun is the serial number is scratched off.
Okay.
So he probably bought it illegally.
Just like P. Diddy's.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good. Him and P. Diddy have something in common. Great.
Which if you watch those murder shows, filing off the number is not enough.
No.
You have to file it down to the point where you like ruin the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty deep.
And then they might put a second, you know how sometimes they put two VIN numbers on a car?
Yeah.
They'll put a second hidden one on there.
Yeah, they don't want to get caught with they don't want an untraceable gun.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But the fact that it got filed off lets you know it was a legal gun at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he left it behind too. As soon as the Secret Service started shooting at him, he like hopped the wall and left. His
he's like, "Oh fuck this
GoPro, his gun."
Why did he bring the GoPro? He was going to film the whole thing.
He was going to be annoying and have it strapped to him and just be like, "This is for the people of Ukraine." Just
for
like,
sure.
Shut up, you loser.
It's hilarious to be like, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to be able to upload it to YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
No, my favorite was they said that there was a little plastic bag full of snacks back there too.
Oh, of course. You got to keep that blood sugar up.
Yeah, to kill the president.
You can't be distracted.
Gosh.
You're trying to get a good shot and your stomach starts rumbling.
Yeah. It didn't say what the snacks are, but I'm like, please let it be like Cheerios or Goldfish or something.
It definitely is
something
like
for a baby.
Something like that. It's definitely a baby's snacks. So he's probably just the local PD or the FBI just has him and they're questioning him and just gonna hold him for trial and shit.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Do you feel like some part of me feels like Trump's gonna be like, I want to see him.
Oh, please. Oh, if they had a debate,
yeah,
that would be awesome.
I just feel like Trump's gonna be like, I want to see the man that tried.
Yeah.
Like through like glass, like like the late great Hannibal Lecter.
Yes.
I think he just wants to like go and look at him and be like, you missed. I think he likes to get dramatic about his own death.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, he might bring him out. At some point.
like with a chain around his neck.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he'd have some dinner and he brings him out as a special guest.
I mean,
here he is.
He's like, if I'm president, I get him as a pet, right? That's what happens.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just the stupidest timeline, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Constantly shocked.
They were like interviewing his neighbors. They're like, he seemed nice.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You didn't look at his Facebook, did you?
Well, that's like a typical American neighbor.
Yeah.
You don't actually talk to him.
No.
You're just like, hey, what's up, Brian? Doing good?
I don't know, the number of stories that are like, this happens a lot with like women where like some guy on the internet will say something truly horrible to you out of
Really?
nowhere.
They do that?
Yeah, it's shocking.
Huh.
But I've never, thankfully, I don't get a lot of that, but I've had friends that have like had that happen to them. They'll screen cap everything and then they'll track down dude's wife.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, boy, this is the way your horrible troll of a husband is acting online to strange women.
Oh, I love that.
And they're always like, what?
Yeah.
He's online?
Yeah.
Like it's just this weird secret, just like poison that he has to get out somehow. And you're like, what is...
Sometimes I think they know, and they just have to pretend like, oh
Of
my
course.
God, my husband's a racist?
Yeah.
No fucking clue.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I had no idea that every night he sits down and types in female comedian Kimmel.
Yeah.
Just starts typing.
100%. Has John Hinckley Jr. said anything about this one?
I know. We gotta find a DIY space for him.
Dude, I have tweeted at him several times. My Twitter if you ever were to look at it, would involve me tweeting at him several times. Like, you're asking the wrong venues.
Yeah.
There are venues and places that will take you.
He thinks he is above like a dive bar.
He wants to
Yeah,
play the
yeah.
House of Blues and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, corporate owned shit is not going to take you, but like there
Yeah.
are dive bars, there are punk venues that will very happily put on
They'll
a show.
promote it.
Yes.
They won't usually promote. They're going to promote the fucking Hinckley show.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
You have there is a future for you. You just there's just oh God, like I don't want to be John Hinckley Jr.'s manager.
No.
But but I want somebody that
They're going to make you.
understands.
They're going to make
do
you.
it.
Yeah.
It's just,
Society is going to force you into it.
Well, it's like Brian Ruth saw the last attack happen and fail, and he's like, "Am I the guy then?"
Yeah,
so every
yeah.
time I look at John Hinckley Jr. cancel a show, I go, "Am I the guy?
Yeah.
Am I the one?" that-
You're him.
I have to set this thing up.
God damn it!
So don't tell me which way I ought to run, or what good I could do anyone. 'Cause my heart, it was a gun, but it's unloaded now. Don't bother me now.
Well, how's that been running Burn This Records? What all the projects we got in the can? What's been the hardest? Who's the divas?
Oh, man.
Let's dish.
Who are the divas? No, I very purposely. So Burn This Records is like a DIY record label that I started last year.
You should sign Hinckley.
Don't think that it hasn't been an idea that.
Oh, the Hink Cast?
Yeah.
The Hink Cast, bro?
Don't think I haven't been talking about it. It is. I don't. It's a thought. It is a thought I put actually very serious thought into. It's a record label I started last year. We recorded a bunch of people's stuff, and this year we've been putting them out. And friend of the show, Anna Valenzuela, has put one out. John Michael Bond will have what you just said recently.
Coming soon?
Yeah, his album will be out October 18th, which means the 2 weeks before that it'll be in pre-sale. If you follow Burn This Records on Instagram, you can find all of our releases. I think I'm putting out... All told, it'll be about 20 albums this year.
God
and this year, I was like, I'm going hard because I was like, the first year, I'm staying off the road. I want to stay home to like really focus and like get all the kinks worked out and figure it out and learn how to do this right.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun. I purposely am not fucking with anybody that's a diva. part of why I wanted to do this is a lot of comedy record labels. Like I've always self-released my own stuff, and a lot of comedy record labels, while there's pros and cons to them, I think that their deal is still not good for comics. So I have like just a much better split for everybody, because I think that like it's just, you did the work, you deserve most of the money.
Yeah.
This is not how I want to make a living. I just need my labor for the label to be paid for, basically.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the attitude I'm coming at it with. And I'm doing digital only releases for people that I'm like, if you got on SiriusXM and you got a couple plays in your pocket, that money every month could elevate you or get you to drop one of your side hustles or something. Like, if I can be the label that gets people to a place where they can jump to the next place,
right?
That's kind of the point of the thing. You know, it's like my first album, Opinion Cave, has been paying my rent for 8 years, and like,
wow, that's just off Sirius,
off of Sirius XM. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, satellite radio, baby. It's like the only place that you actually get paid well.
yeah,
and fairly as a comic.
Until Howie Mandel buys it, and
yeah, I mean, truly, it's, man, if that goes away, there's going to be riots in the streets. But.
Oh well, he had to take all that shit back. They're like, no, never mind, we're putting it back. We're putting it back, because every Canadian friend I have was about to lose their income.
Oh yeah, Canadians were like, we'll kill you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We're people. We're nonviolent people. We will. We'll rise up against you. But yeah, no, it's been really fun, and it's been cool. Like, we did a compilation album this year too called Burn This Pandemic, which is like 20 comics doing their like 3 minutes, like the pandemic material. And all the proceeds from that album are going to SELA, which is an organization out here in Los Angeles that like basically is like helping, you know, homeless people get off the streets by being able to like get them new birth certificates and driver's licenses and all the stuff that every time they get swept, they lose. Because that kind of stuff makes it impossible to get jobs, to get on housing lists, like that kind of stuff over and over again. And you can only get a certain number of birth certificates before they just won't give you any more.
I heard that about Social Security card. They only give you 3. And I was just fighting the urge to be like, I'm going to try to get 4.
Yeah.
Fuck you. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
I think I've already hit 2. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. What happens if I lose the 3rd?
Yeah.
Do I just not exist?
I don't exist. Like,
okay, I'll become a gray man.
Yeah, that's another thing. That seems like an incentive for some people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, I only get 3. Fuck you. Clip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm just trying to like approach comedy from like, I grew up in like a very like DIY like ska punk like world, just from the music perspective, and I think that the world of comedy can sometimes be lacking that community ethos in a way that comedy can be very like you versus you, very individualistic, like very just like scarcity mindset in a way that I've always thought hurts us more than helps us. So the label is like trying to we don't think that way.
Yeah.
So it's trying to be like, no, this is how we do it. This is how we exist. We're a small corner of this industry that hopefully gets bigger someday, that thinks in a way that I think is actually sustainable and actually like, you know, I don't feel dirty about it the way I do with a lot of other things in comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean a person who says they're a friend will actively like gatekeep something from you because they're scared it might not help them out in the long run and shit like that, where you're just like, I didn't think this was like this until you moved to LA, and you're like, oh, all the stories about people being weird industry snakes are true.
Yeah, and it's strange, and it's like most people I'm working with, it's like they like to produce things, make things themselves. Like they're very, they're very involved in their own process. Like there's a lot of comics that they just want to be like, bring somebody in, they can do all the stuff. I'll just do the set. But like, you know, it's been fun working with like Anna is also doing like a special. Like she was very involved in like putting together everything. John Michael, he is editing his own special and album like completely himself. Like it's people that have like more skills, like a bigger skill set that I'm like, why would you give half of this money away to a different label? Yeah. Because you did all the work. You should be rewarded. And if I can in some way help with that, you know, whatever. I've earned like some level of whatever in this business. And it's like, if I can forward that or like help use that to like help other people, that feels good. In a world where comedy feels mostly bad, I'm trying to just feel good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. When does Anna's record come out?
Hers actually be out this Friday, September 20th. I don't know when this episode's coming out.
Ooh,
Next Tuesday.
Okay, so it's out right now.
It's out.
Yeah, it's out right now. Tess Barker's is in pre-sale currently.
All right.
It's out next week. And then John Michael's goes into pre-sale October 7th.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because I do Tessa's comes out on October 4th, and I take the weekend to not talk to anybody. And then October 7th, his goes on pre-sale, and then his will be out October 18th.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that'll be up everywhere.
Nice.
And I've got another album coming out in November as well. So
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah,
All right.
it'd be good. So yeah, follow Burn This Records on Instagram, Facebook too. If you use that, I don't. It all posts the same shit. Instagram's the one I use more than anything.
Yeah,
But
it'll post it out to all of them.
yeah. But
Even on Threads where everybody is.
yeah, exactly.
That's the-
you know how Threads is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Hell
time.
yeah. But yeah, check out Burn This Records.
Please.
Got one more little story I wanted to share
Ooh.
with you guys.
Yes, I like it already based
Yeah.
on the things we're seeing here. Yes.
So last week, a court in Colombia determined that the hippos introduced to the country by the drug kingpin Pablo Escobar have to be hunted down.
Oh,
Y'all know about the Coke hippos?
damn.
I had always heard about them.
This is one of my just favorite facts, which is Pablo
Yeah.
Escobar had so much money and he built a zoo. Then they
Oh,
came
well,
in.
speaking of this, before, have you seen the
Chimp
new
Crazy?
Chimp Crazy?
Oh.
I have
Tiger
not.
King guy made a new documentary. It's only 4 episodes.
Whoa.
Mind blowing.
Okay.
Mind blowing.
All right.
It is. Rivers, you're gonna love it.
I'm ready. I've been working every day, so I haven't had a chance to look on the Netflix, but I'll do it.
You have to. You have to.
As soon as y'all leave, I'm curling up with the rest of whatever y'all don't need out of that bag, and I'm going
Yes.
chimp crazy.
You're gonna love it. It's a really good 4-part series. Crazy people. I cannot imagine having a chimp in your home.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
Watching it, I was like, there are so many moments. For the listener, if you have been wanting to watch it, but you were afraid that you were going to see somebody's face actively be ripped off.
Yeah.
You won't see that, and you will not
Damn.
see. You will. I just want to give these tiny spoilers because they gave me anxiety watching the show. No one's face gets ripped off on camera, and also you won't see a chimp shot on camera.
They just have a 12-foot tall skeleton describe it. You know?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, they talk in detail about both of
Yes.
those things
They do.
happening.
They absolutely do. But the act of, I just
Yeah.
wanted to, I just want to put that out there because a few people will be like, I don't want to see.
Yeah.
But it is gnarly.
Because
and
it's like
crazy.
Tiger King, where it's like
Yeah.
the subject itself is interesting. The fact that these people keep animals, but the kind of person who
Right.
would
Yeah.
is fucking insane.
Oh my god.
It's really crazy.
and then you find out they all fucking know each other.
Of course.
And yeah.
What's that Facebook group like?
Oh,
That's
God.
like a
People.
private. Yeah.
Monkey life.
Oh God, they're so weird. I can't imagine.
Just imagine the type of people that keep like snakes in
Yeah.
their home or something. You're like, that's a little odd. A snake shouldn't really be in an aquarium. Now imagine that with a chimp in the size of this bedroom.
Yeah.
A being that
And
is
there's bars everywhere, and they're like, "Yeah, I just keep this chimp in prison in my house.
Yeah.
I think I love it, actually."
I absolutely love this animal. I'm doing what's best for it. Chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
piles of them.
Oh yeah,
A
if you want to
bee-
see an animal eat Happy Meals,
Yeah. A being that is 98% genetically in every way. It's like, yeah, we'll just keep it in the house.
It's crazy. Have either of you ever like made eye contact with like an ape?
Oh hell yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
At zoos for sure.
They're like clearly so intelligent, but then when you like are around one, you're like, oh, this isn't like a smart dog. This is like,
yeah.
you feel how close to them we are when
Right.
you were that close to one.
Yeah.
And the idea of having one in like a cage in your home is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like any animal, no, but like that where you're just like, that's a cousin.
Yeah.
It fully is.
That's one of those because back in the day, that would just be a thing that rich people had sometimes.
Yeah.
Like especially old Hollywood.
Yeah.
There was just random people that had them in their houses, and you never hear about them getting their faces ripped off, but you know it was happening.
They would give them away.
Yeah.
That's another thing you learn in the
Yeah.
documentary. They're docile for the first like 5 years, or so,
Right.
and then it becomes a dice roll.
Yeah.
Another thing
Yes.
that is like consistently like these things live is like about as long as humans do.
Yeah.
Throughout the course of the documentary, you find out that is not true.
No.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, up until 5, they're like kind of cute or whatever, and then they hit that puberty, and then you're like, that's when they get violent.
Well, right now there's that cute baby hippo online.
Oh yeah,
Pygmy hippo.
Yeah, and people still think it's hilarious and cute. That thing's going to kill you one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, well, to our next story. So Escobar brought the hippopotami to Colombia as additions to his private zoo. And when Colombian police killed Escobar in 1993, his estate, including his menagerie, were seized. His animals were distributed to zoos, but his 4 hippos were left alone. And I love this because this would happen here too, because police are the same all over the world.
Yes.
They were left alone because authorities deemed the animals cumbersome to capture and were assumed to be a non-issue.
Goddamn
So
right, they're cumbersome.
the cops
you
were-
can't get anywhere near these fuckers. They'll try to kill you.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
hippos are terrifying.
Right. No, that's true. But I
Yeah.
just like the cops were so lazy they wouldn't even shoot them.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
they don't have
seriously.
the fucking 50 cal American sniper you need.
Well,
Yeah.
they could call it the FARC
Yeah.
down there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Machine gun these beautiful
Yeah.
creatures
Just
that
ask
want to
the-
kill you.
It's crazy they couldn't even be like, can some zoo come here with some tranks?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
No one's interested in tranking the hippos and taking them? Okay.
Taking them to a different continent.
Yeah, yeah.
I also just like they were assumed to be a non-issue. Like this isn't going to be a problem.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
like 4 of them.
Yeah. But the animals started breeding, expanding their footprint to the environment beyond Escobar's old estate, an area with plenty of vegetation and nary a predator.
Yeah.
Now there are at least 169 hippos that roam Colombia,
And they're inbred and on cocaine.
vexing locals and potentially threatening other species in the area. So yeah, there's now almost 200 fucking hippos in Colombia that just came out from this
a place
this one little
where,
bit.
if you're not familiar, there should be 0 hippos
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Not supposed. This takes like the feral hogs of Texas and Arkansas to a whole new level. Holy shit!
And you know, it's,
Wow.
it's just amazing. And Colombia, even though it's not where they're from,
Yeah.
temperature wise,
Probably works.
environmental wise, pretty close to Africa where they're from. So
Yeah.
like they can exist pretty good.
They're having a great time.
So in 2021, a local court ruled that the 4-legged heavyweights should be sterilized rather than euthanized. That project has been proceeding too slowly, and the most recent decision by the Administrative Court of Cundinamarca gave the Ministry of Environment 3 months to introduce regulation that contemplates measures for the eradication of the species. So they're gonna have to hunt them all down.
That's very dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Hippos are famously dangerous. They can weigh up to 5 tons and measure 16 and a half feet long. They are one of nature's deadliest animals, and there have been reports of fishers being attacked on the Magdalena River in western Colombia. So,
Do you think this room is 16 feet?
it's probably...
If you include the closet.
If you-
Yeah.
I was
something like
just I was just thinking. I was like, let me think about the actual size of what 16 feet
Yeah,
and 5
well,
tons would
this
feel
is,
like.
This is an 8-foot rug.
God.
Usually,
So-
cameras don't
Yeah.
do animals justice for
Yeah.
the size. Cameras do with hippos.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a hippo like in a documentary, I'm like, that thing's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And even giraffes, you're like, you can't really tell because there's not a good comparison.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Hippos, you see them next to anything, and you're like, holy fuck.
Well, their mouths just look evil.
Yeah, you could fit like 3 rivers in one hippo's
Yeah.
mouth.
They can open up to 150 degrees. So almost a straight line.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking wild. Experts believe the hippo population could balloon to 1,000 individuals by 2035 if nothing is done. So, if given a long enough timeline, they'll eventually just start coming up into America, right?
Oh, and frankly, we deserve this.
Oh, yeah.
We as a species deserve to be taken over by hippos.
It'll be like, armadillos or
Yeah.
killer hornets or, any of the other things
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, African killer bees, Colombian cocaine hippos. God, if you just saw a hippo walk past your house, it would be like a T-Rex was outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have y'all seen the one down at the San Diego Zoo?
No.
Yeah, that one's terrifying. They keep it in a little like tank, like an aquarium, so you
Yeah.
can actually see it swimming around. Fucking horrifying
They
thing.
just do circles, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're training. I don't know what for what.
yeah.
Oh God, you're
like
so
a
scary.
prisoner.
Yeah, truly.
Getting swole for when they fucking lash out.
Yep.
So
They're all inbred too, because it's based off of 4, right?
based off 4. Yeah, exactly.
The rage in these hippos because of that. They know.
So no fatal encounters between hippos and humans have occurred in Colombia, but incidents are increasing.
Yeah, it's shocking that they haven't killed anybody yet, and it's only because of their mercy.
Well, so proponents of animal rights objected to hunting plans. as do some people affiliated with the burgeoning hippo tourist industry in Colombia.
Oh, boy.
So, Escobar's legacy, including the 2-ton behemoths roaming the area, continue to draw visitors to that country every year. So there are people who go to Colombia just to see the Coke hippos.
Oh, my God. This will be after Tiger King and Chimp Crazy. It will be cocaine hippo.
Hippos.
This will be what happens next. Because some people are like, I'm going to take that baby hippo and we'll raise it as my own.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So there's definitely people that are like getting baby. There's probably hippos in America that are like in a private collection, so we just don't know about now.
Yes, yeah,
you
almost
know?
certainly.
And that's definitely increasing because of the availability of them just being that close and everything. People also are like one of Escobar's hippos.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that adds to the cachet of it.
Right. I think that's why people are going down there to see him,
God, is he alive?
Escobar?
Yeah.
No, he got killed in
Did he?
1993.
Okay.
Yeah, got domed on the roof of his house in Medellin.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, probably for the best.
Yeah,
If only he knew.
Yeah.
Let's get a medium in here to be like, do you know what's happening with your hippos?
right. I mean, it's kind of his legacy, right?
Yeah,
That's sort of it. And then,
References in rap music.
Yep. Rap
Yeah.
references. They'll make movies every, couple of years about some minor character involved with them.
God, it's fucking crazy.
Diddy got busted.
Diddy got busted.
And I don't know if this is true or internet rumor, but they're alleging he had at least 1,000 bottles of lube
Yeah.
/ baby oil.
I've read that in like the New York Times, so I think that's real.
1,000 bottles,
1,000
River.
bottles. I think that's real, actually.
What, just for personal use?
No, he.
I think public
Make,
use.
Yeah.
make me a swimming pool full of coconut oil.
He did these things. Well, they're mass rapes, but he called them freak offs.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Freak offs.
See who is the biggest freak.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
AKA who can take the most horrible damage. probably.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1,000 baby,
My-
a ton of date rape drugs
when
and stuff too.
when you
yeah.
said 1,000 bottles of lube, my mind did just go very whimsical. I was like, just imagining people in a pool of lotion just splashing
Yeah.
around.
Oh, it's
Slip
being
and
used for
slide.
nefarious
I know.
purposes.
It's bad.
You know.
It's not good. Diddy and all the various Diddy nicknames are bad.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if he gets Epsteined or not. It's going to be interesting.
That's a good question.
Right now, his lawyer's trying to make a deal with the judge where he's basically giving up $50 million worth of assets in exchange for bail, but
Whoa.
the judge has to decide. And this
Yeah.
is the defense attorney coming at the judge first, being
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
here's what we're offering for bail.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Miami home, his mom's house,
Oh,
all of
shit.
his kids' passports, like
Yeah.
all this fucking shit, dude.
Damn,
Yeah. Diddy's pretty
dude. Damn.
freaked off himself.
Yeah,
that's for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing freak offs in prison.
Yeah.
Or he's going to be the freak.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Yeah, because it's like, who's tied up in all this? It's like 1,000 baby oil bottles. That's a lot of people being implicated in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be, and he doesn't seem like he has loyalty to
Oh,
No.
anybody.
No, no.
Notoriously.
Yeah,
And that just means
Thank you.
the people around him don't either.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's going to start flipping.
This is going to be wild.
We're going to find out all the details. They'll get Tory Lanez, R. Kelly, and P. Diddy in jail.
Yeah, yeah,
making
yeah.
a shitty album together. It'll be great.
Yep.
I've started driving people by that house again.
Yeah.
After all the shit broke, I had stopped because
Yeah.
most people don't care about P. Diddy. And then, he got arrested and all the shit and went down in March. And I was like, well, I guess I have to add this house back to the tour.
Yeah.
So we're going.
Hey, so here's where 90s rapper / early aughts into the 2020s rapist P. Diddy lives.
Yeah.
One of the hottest spots for sexual assault in Beverly Hills, surpassing the Playboy Man.
Yes.
Yeah, what
which
you
is
saying?
literally right down the street.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
the same road, actually. Yeah. No, it's great. I don't even have to say anything. I go, this is Diddy's house. And everybody goes, what?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Oh my
So
god.
the word is out.
What is the What's like the house that people are most excited to see on your tour? Or is it change? Or?
It's it's got to be T Swift. It's got to be. That's the one. And now it's going to be extra interesting because if I have Republican dads, but this is the most important artist of all time. Taylor Swift.
Oh,
My favorite NFL player. Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Can you even see any part of her house? Yeah,
you can't see shit. Any of the Beverly Hills houses. You're just looking at a hedge.
And
a fence.
Yeah, I've got a iPad, so I'm like, here's what it looks like from outer space.
That's smart.
That's
a good way to do it.
And the Taylor Swift one also used to be Samuel Goldwyn's house from MGM. So it's at least got an old Hollywood thing to it. But
I think it's funny that when you're taking these people on the tours, the celebrities are almost never in those houses.
No.
But the idea that they could be is enough to drive the industry of tourism to where you can have a job.
Oh yeah. No, I've got my section, that section of the tour down to like 6 houses. There's
Taylor Swift sleeps there sometimes.
Yeah. But
you can smell the chemtrails from her plane.
Yeah.
When she's not out of one of her other 5 houses in America or on tour across the nation and world, she sometimes sleeps here.
There are tour companies where that is their whole fucking thing. It's just showing people driveways and hedges.
So dumb.
And it's all lies too. Like I went on YouTube once, somebody was filming one of those vans with the tops chopped off, driving around Beverly Hills, and they were just like, this is the actor Tom Hanks. I'm like, you can see the front fucking door. It's not Tom Hanks's house.
There's no way you can get that close to Tom Hanks's front door.
Just making shit up.
Does Jim Carrey still live in Brentwood? Do you have any idea?
I don't ever go to Brentwood. That's too far out of the way.
Yeah, that's true.
I love Jim Carrey nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
He's totally gone crazy. He was dating that young girl who killed herself and blamed him in the suicide note.
Yeah.
Whenever he's in public now, he just talks like a person who doesn't understand he's still a human being and a reality in society.
It's pretty
He's
great.
like, I've never had a career. I'm just a spirit.
Yeah.
It's like, what'd you do to that girl, Jim? Tell us what you did.
It's pretty awesome. I kind of love it when he's just like, none of this is real. Who even is Jim Carrey? That's a character that you guys created, not me.
Right.
I'm like, well, this is an interesting turn.
Yeah.
Drug addict, psycho, both.
Yeah. I mean, he immediately became the highest paid guy in Hollywood after nobody knew who the fuck he was 3 years earlier. So
yeah, absolutely.
Does a number on your brain.
Do you know Ace Ventura: Pet Detective was originally written for a different comedian? Any idea who it was? You won't. I doubt you'll guess it.
Okay, who is it?
Brian Regan.
What?
Wow.
Jim Carrey rewrote the entire thing for himself.
No shit.
The movie was originally supposed to be for Brian Regan.
I didn't know he was popular back then.
Yeah. Well, same level as Jim Carrey.
Right. Yeah. They would have both been
comedian.
Evening at the Improv guys.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah.
Well, Brian Regan, I think for your career path, it was probably better that you didn't get that in the long run.
Yeah. Y'all, we have time for just one more segment. And of course, this is our jam of the week. Are you a disconnected Hollywood director making a comedy in the 90s, showing cool kids doing stuff with 70s music? You wanted Free Ride by Edgar Winter Group, but instead you got You Ain't Seen Nothin' Yet by Bachman-Turner Overdrive, the pride of Winnipeg. Coming in. You guys know this tune.
Of course.
This is a great song.
This is a good song. And apparently this song was written as a joke because the lead singer's brother has a stutter. And so he was just mocking him with this part. The baby, like that is literally him mocking his brother, and they took it to the record label and they were like, this song stands 3 times taller than any other song on this album. And it was just literally a joke. They were testing the microphones and shit. Wow. So, and it's besides Taking Care of Business, probably their other biggest song.
Okay, guys, you see what the lesson is here? Don't try.
No.
Everything's a joke.
Yeah.
People will love it.
Yeah.
Be unserious.
Truly.
So this tune comes off of their, hilariously in 2024 titled 1974 album, Not Fragile. So I like that. It's like,
Okay, Bachman-Turner Overdrive. Wait, nobody said you were.
Bachman-Turner cancel culture is more like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not
make
fragile.
fun of my brother with a disability.
Yeah, exactly.
Think I'm fragile?
You can't say anything anymore. This song has 27 million views, 10,765 comments, and I read every goddamn last one of them. So now let us dive down into the comment section for You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Also, Al Gore's campaign song for 2000, by the way.
Baby.
That's why you lost. He picked a damn bunch of Canadians to represent America. Get out of here. Come on.
This feels very accurate. This is what he would pick. Also, I love that you were reading this and instead of the Ukrainian guy's manifesto, because it was one or the other. You didn't have time to go through both.
That's true. Yeah. Fraser Wing from 4 years ago. I really dig these old bands. Back when the guys looked like they're lumberjacks during the day. And rather be drunk assholes in a bar making lewd passes at women, they keep it classy. They hop on stage in flashy duds and they rock out with some certified panty droppers. Those sort of bands.
Panty droppers, such a funny term.
Panty droppers.
Especially for this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. The song about my brother's stutter really gets them going.
And I hope this guy's name is actually Fraser.
Fraser Wing. Yeah. Veruden the Great from 4 years ago. She looked at me with those big brown eyes and said, "You ain't seen nothing yet." So I married her. Little did I know she was referring to how much she was going to be bitching at me for the next 30 years.
Now, this is the kind of comment I expect on Not Fragile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
this guy
absolutely.
should do stand-up.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. I love hearing about a bitch wife.
Oh, man.
Love it, love it, love it.
I found a poster on Bad Comedy Flyers that was just an all-divorced comedy show. Did you see that?
It's beautiful.
It said like divorced comedy, and it was a bunch of guys, and there was a guy named something the Maniac was his stage name. It was like Jim the Maniac. I'm like, wonder why he didn't fucking work. Wonder why it didn't work out with Jim the Maniac.
Probably because he's a bad comedian.
Yeah, shocking.
First and foremost. My favorite is when people start comedy after they get divorced.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's beautiful.
Well, she took all my friends, so
I will not work on myself.
Hey guys, women do it too.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, absolutely. I will not work on myself. I will go to the open mics.
I love this. I love this guy's name, the Credit Repair Wizard from 6 years ago. There was a reason this evil shit died out.
Oh.
I was the kid that they tried to raise in this kind of manure with drugged out hippie freaks walking in and out of our San Francisco apartment doing drugs intravenously while I was nursing on a quarter full bottle of milk found in a dumpster. Fuck all of you.
Wow.
I was like, this is the song that was like,
I could see people shooting up to this, but I couldn't see going back and torturing yourself with trigger music about your terrible childhood. You got to let it go.
Yeah. You got to talk to a therapist. You got to not yell at the band's YouTube page.
Don't do anything where you're actively Googling and hitting enter on something that's going to trigger a trauma in you.
No, don't do that. Not fun.
So divorce can sometimes take a while. So I like to imagine these people, these next two know each other.
Okay.
Helen Rayner from 6 years ago. I say this to my husband. Divorce on the way and you ain't seen nothing yet. But then the next one down, 4 years ago, Quantum Pyrite. This is my divorce song after getting arrested for 9 ounces of cocaine.
Your wife's not a real one.
No.
Yeah.
I like that it took 2 years to get finalized, but they were married probably at some
She
point.
took that cocaine money and she got herself a BBL.
Dave King 1 year ago. Bachman-Turner Overdrive. And at the doctors, they got the herpes. Yep, for sure. Now think about that. This song. Creepy. And then he's got a little sunglasses smiley face.
Oh, man.
I love the little parody lyric.
Yeah. That one's just confusing, though.
Oh, man.
The Fall Guy, 7 years ago.
Okay.
Anyone else been on Facebook and posted a video lately? I posted a very harmless video and got jailed for my video on the drama book. It's like, he was posting something
Yeah.
fucking horrifying.
That's a true social media addict. To
Yeah.
go from Facebook groups to YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, just anyone talk to me, please.
Yeah. I got to get my posting in.
Does anyone else constantly get banned from social media? Let's talk about it.
Sylvester Bester Tester from 4 years ago. I was 14 and this song had been out about a year and it was playing near the record shop where we used to hang out downtown. I was getting high outside while it was playing and a cop rolled up and immediately cuffed me and searched me. That son of a bitch confiscated half an ounce of the good stuff of the time, Acapulco Gold, which wasn't cheap then. While I'm being put in the car, my buddy started yelling, busted! Damn, that pissed me off.
Damn, your friend is a real one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Your friend's great.
Got a couple more here. D.W. Coop, 6 years ago. I had a chance to buy Randy Bachman's entire estate in 1996. My wife said no. Bitch. It's like, why do you need this man's
Baby, it's the guy from BTO.
It's BTO's entire
Fuck
estate.
you, bitch.
Yeah, why you
We
can't tell
can't
me?
afford that. We're going to have to give up our children.
I'm taking care of business.
I like that they're still married. This man's a coward.
Oh, yeah.
Of course he is. He's talking shit on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And this is one of the most unbelievable stories I've ever heard, but
Okay, great.
nonetheless, here we go. Finally, Michael Terranova from 3 years ago. This song came out when I was in Catholic high school in New York City, and we all loved it. I especially loved it because I was so in love with Randy. I thought he was so fucking hot. And my friends were like, okay, so whatever floats your boat. And I was like, oh, do you not see how fucking hot he is?
Damn.
And they were like, yeah, okay, he is. And so I'm like, okay, let's go dig their music and recognize that he is one sexy dude. So in Catholic school, we could all come to the same conclusion. We even had one nun who dug him, and she would play their music on her guitar behind the gym building while she smoked weed with us. Yum.
Wait, is this a guy?
I
or-
think this is a guy.
Yeah.
They're posting from a man's account.
He is closeted in Catholic school,
Yes.
lusting after
Yep.
Mr. Bachman while smoking weed with a guitar-playing nun.
I love it. I love this for him.
Any of those angles could be true, but all together is just insane.
It's a tapestry he's painted for
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate the work that came into that.
I just like that there's a guy like actively campaigning for a guy being hot.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's like, you guys aren't paying attention to
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a hot piece of ass
Right.
here.
That's a
hot man.
And you're not recognizing.
Yeah, yeah.
More men should tell each other they're hot. I think that'd be great for everybody. If you're listening around here and you're a guy,
Yeah.
tell a guy
Rivers-
they're hot this week.
Rivers,
Sam.
you're hot.
Sam, you're also hot. This is Bachman-Turner Overdrive. You ain't seen nothing
Rivers, I love your body.
yet. Sam, right back at you, bro.
See, look how cute that was. I love it.
Let's touch tips and go to Wendy's.
Okay.
That's our jam of the week.
Woo!
I feel bad that we shamed you out of going to Wendy's.
No, it was just-
because we wanted Wendy's.
Yeah.
No, it's
also.
just like,
I can't wait to tell my girlfriend about this.
We can't-
So she will confirm, like, hey, Rivers is a freak. In case you were wondering, I got the confirmation right here.
I just didn't want you to make fun of me for getting spicy nugs.
No, I wouldn't.
I like
wouldn't have
'em.
known. I wouldn't have known at
Kind of
all.
like them. I thought we were going to discuss it, and I was like, oh, I just don't want to have this discussion.
Hey, Rivers, you getting the spicy sauce nugs,
That's
huh?
right. That's right. The less said, the better.
You planning on eating the 20 all at once, huh?
Hey, I might. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Says you can get a whole combo for $4.50 more.
That's just
yeah.
a deal. That's just a deal.
At least you didn't go to the Jack in the Box with bulletproof glass.
I'll never go there except for if they have a Wolverine cross promotional.
That's not that one. I'm talking about the one near the Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
That
yeah.
one's rough.
Oh yeah.
Like actual bulletproof glass. They have like a little like Lazy Susan thing
Oh,
with
yeah,
bulletproof
yeah. I've
glass
seen
where they
those.
put your food in and spin it around.
hell
Those
yeah.
are always fun. Yeah, just
Nice.
the carousel of fear for your food. It's like,
Yeah.
"Wee."
Brandie Posey, where can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
And with Threads at Brandazzle. I'm on TikTok at Brandazzle is here. I don't use it that much, but a follow would be appreciated. My record label is Burn This Records, which has albums that have been coming out all year long, and we'll continue to doing that into the future.
What's the social media for that one?
Burn This Records on Instagram, Burn This Records on Threads, I think, and Facebook as well. You can find it all there. Lady to Lady is my podcast. It comes out every Wednesday forever for the last 13 years somehow, which is crazy. I got shows coming up. I want to be in Gainesville, Florida, and Jacksonville, Florida at the end of October.
Fest time.
Yeah, fest time. It's a great time. But yeah, follow me. If you use bands in town, you can follow me on there for all my tour dates. Yeah, I do shows around LA here and there too. But the Instagram is the best place to find everything.
Absolutely go see Brandie if she's in your town. As I've said many times before, anytime I'm out on the road somewhere and I mention I'm from Los Angeles, the next thing they usually say is, oh, Brandie was just here like a month ago.
Yep.
And I could be in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm like, here too?
Yeah.
So, hell yeah. She's out there. She is fucking out there, folks. And you got to go see her because she's fucking hilarious. So, yeah, go see Brandie. Sam, where can people find you online?
They can find me at Twitter, Slam Harder, or Instagram, Sam Harder 666, or on YouTube at The Goods from the Woods Comedy, YouTube, podcast, whatever it's called.
I think it's just youtube.com/thegoodspod.
Yeah, do that one.
Yeah.
You catch me streaming on Thursdays. We're officially monetized on YouTube as the first tier of YouTube partner.
Okay. So we're on shaky ground.
No, we're on the first tier.
Okay,
we can now have memberships on YouTube.
Ooh, okay.
So if we can set up some memberships, which we'll talk about,
we'll figure it out
off air.
Yeah.
But we can give you some special content theoretically that you can only get if you're a YouTube subscriber.
Okay,
sick.
Well, that sounds fun. Hell yeah, go check us out there. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley, and you can, as we mentioned, go to youtube.com/thegoodspod and find the streaming, find all the episodes of the podcast there. And the best way to support our show is to go to patreon.com/thegoodspod. If you were watching and not just listening, you're already supporting our show in the best way possible. But if for some reason you have not, go support our show in the second best way possible by going to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, you're going to have a manifesto written about you on Amazon. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.